In this video, we're going to focus on creating a very basic decal, and it will be created entirely inside Unreal Engine 4. Now, a decal, to put it simply, is a projected material that is inserted into your level, and this can be in the form of numbers on a wall, dirt, leaks, stains, blood splatter, posters, paintings on the wall, and these decals are projected onto BSP geometry or static meshes. So decals are a great way to add extra detail into your level without having you to embed that detail into a texture of the static mesh. And you could apply that decal individually to certain sections of your map that need that detail. So let's create our first simple decal. I'm going to select WOLD Decals folder inside the content browser and double click to go inside the materials folder. In here we'll create all of the decal materials in order to keep them organized in one place. Now inside the materials folder, I'm going to right click and select material. This creates an empty material and I'm going to name this mat_basic decal. Now let's double click on this material to open the material editor. In order to enable any material to be used as a decal, the first property you need to change is under material, material domain, and set this to deferred decal. And for decal blend mode, we're going to keep this to translucent, but you do have other properties and we'll go into them in the later videos, but we'll keep this at default at translucent. Now for our simple decal, I'm going to use a solid color and plug that into base color. We could use an imported texture as a base color, but a very simple way to have a solid color inside Unreal Engine is to use a 3 vector. If you hold down the number 3 key and left click, this will insert a constant 3 vector. You can also go into the palette under category and search for constant. And then you would just left click and drag constant 3 vector. Let's select this extra node by left clicking to select it and hit delete. Now let's select the 3 vector, left click and hold to drag this node out. Now I'm gonna take the 3 vector output, left click and hold, and drag the connection right into base color. Now with constant 3 vector selected, go into the details panel and left click to open up color picker. And I'm going to choose which color I want to use as a solid color for the decal. Now with the color selected, click OK, and then go up in the top toolbar, click Apply to finalize changes in the material, and click Save. Now let's go ahead and place this decal into the level. There are multiple ways of inserting a decal into your map. The fastest way and the most common one that you'll use is simply left click and drag the material decal right inside your level. Unreal Engine 4 recognizes that this is a decal and inserts an appropriate actor to project your decal. Let me go ahead and select this actor. I'm going to delete it. Another way is to go under Visual Effects, inside the Place mode, and here you have a deferred decal. This is an empty actor, and if you left click and drag, it will insert the actor into your level, but then you would need to assign a decal material to this actor. So go ahead into content browser, select decal material that you want to use, and in the details panel, under decal material, use selected asset from the content browser. Another quick way, so you don't have to assign a material every time you place a deferred decal actor, is simply select the decal first inside the content browser, and then under Visual Effects, redrag deferred decal. This will assign the selected material from the content browser to the actor. Now once you've placed a decal material into your map, you can move it around. You can hit the spacebar key to rotate it, and you can hit the spacebar key a couple more times to get the scale gizmo. Here you can scale the decal uniformly across X, Y, and Z at the same time. Every decal will come with a bounding box, and this is an influence box of decal projection. So I'm going to rescale this along X to increase the bounding box on a single axis only, And let's go ahead and decrease the size along Z and along Y. Let's go ahead and move it. And anything that enters this bounded box of the decal will project the decal onto that geometry. And one more thing, let me show you how to turn off decals on specific assets, on those that you don't want to have decals applied onto. So I'm going to insert a static mesh, one of the columns. I'll place it right here. And let's say I want this decal to only be projected on the back wall, but not apply to this static mesh column. I'm going to open up a new details panel so we can see a lot better. And with the static mesh selected, inside the details panel, I'm going to scroll down all the way under rendering, and I'm going to turn off receives decals. And that's it. That's all you need to do in order to turn off receiving decals for that static mesh. Now, our last thing, let's go ahead and save this map. File and save all. In the next video, we're going to take this a step further. We're going to create a custom texture, and we're going to use that texture as our decal.